Hello, everybody. Ross here. Welcome back to an episode of Coffee with Ian. It's actually hot coffee today, so I have to be careful. Also, be careful not to spill it on myself. Anyways, as the title suggests, the Utah DLC is out finally for ATS. Pretty solid DLC so far. I've been to a few different places thus far, nothing too crazy yet, but everywhere I've been so far, I've really found quite lovely. Now, the interesting thing I noticed is I did a trip the other day that went, like, I think it was like from not Eudora, but well, it's not Ogden. Anyways, from one of the central areas in Utah, heading east across one of the highways there, and I found it really interesting because you went past a couple like canyons as you drove past. I think it was like Eagles Creek Canyon or something like that. Very nice drive. I really dig in that little section of road so far. So I've only been to, I think, about 2 or how many cities? Maybe 3 or 4 cities, I think, so far. Haven't been everywhere quite yet, but I've been to a couple places, so it's been really good, actually. I really like it. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Utah DLC release. Digging it so far for sure. And they actually released an update just the other day there. Where was it here? And I think they were just making a couple little updates to this. Where was that? About this game? No, not reviews. Maybe it was just in the news here. But they did release a couple little pieces of information. I think they just made a couple updates, if memory serves. No, it wasn't that, but I'm looking for discussions. No, news. Let me see if we can find it on their website. It's probably going to be a bit easier. SCS blog. There we go. That is on the road, Utah. Yeah, so what did they update here? A couple of videos they shared here. What was the actual update? Yeah, maybe it was only on Steam or only on Twitter that I saw it, but they released a little update for ATS just to fix a couple small little things that people had mentioned, basically. And that's that. I don't know. I thought there was something else. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I was pretty sure there was something else in there. But American Truck Simulator, back in the USA, Utah release. Welcome to the Beehive State, which is no. Oh well, there was a couple other things in there, but I just missed it. So, anyways, the other DLC that actually got released just the other day was the apparently the Hunter Call the Wild released another DLC, which is one of their lodges, and it is the Safari Lodge. And they updated that already as well. So that was a much larger lodge than the previous one that they had before. So like this one has quite a bit of extra space, basically, in comparison to that. Where is it here? So it's in addition to the other lodge. Let's go to the store page here. And they actually released it. So it's actually got the multi-mounts in it, which is really cool. Hunter Call the Wild. There we go. So the most recent DLC is called Saseska Safari Trophy Lodge. And basically it adds the multi-mount capabilities. Matt's multi-mount trophies. So basically it's going to have, instead of just one animal on the trophy, it's going to have multi-animals on the trophy, which is pretty slick, actually. I think they look really, really cool. It definitely looks pretty cool when you go into that area and you see all the different trophies that you've caught, and then you can just have them like two animals on the same trophy doing different things. So it's pretty slick. So yeah, that's the one they released. For me, it's $5 Canadian. Apparently, there's a special promotion on until November 21st. So, Morning Country Gaming, how you doing today? Another interesting thing about this one right here is that you can put your firearms on the wall as well if you want to. So you can try that out. But it's pretty slick so far. I haven't picked that one up yet, but I've seen some videos of it so far, and it looks really good because it gives you lots of extra space in each of the lodges, and it also gives you places to put your firearms and then different multi mounts on there as well, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's something I'll probably have to get eventually. But yeah, I guess there's a couple. The interesting thing is like in some of the mounts, you actually have to get like different types of animals to get that mount to be able to actually put it up there. So there's different types of, like, let's see, you need a male, female lion, and you need, you know, something else to go with it. So okay, just finished a couple server before bed. Excellent, glad it's still working well. So that is the other DLC that was that came out just recently. It is just a little update, not too expensive. Some people are really jazzed about it, some people aren't. So I don't know. The multi-mounts is where it's kind of where it is pretty cool. So because you have that capability of having multiple animals on the same mount doing, you know, an action scene, for example, where it's 2 lions chasing a deer, something like, not a deer, but whatever the animals are called in there. I can't think of them right now. Springbok, for example. Then you can kind of have that kind of mount set up there, which is pretty neat. So, but there are some other ones out there as well. So, but it is an additional purchase on top of the previous trophy lodges. But, you know, it's only $4, so it's like, you know, price of a fancy coffee, I guess, really. So it's really not that expensive in comparison to some other stuff out there. So it is. It's just like after midnight here. Oh wow. Yeah, just after 8 o'clock here for me. But there's also lots of other games coming out as per normal. I did see, what was the one I saw recently? I guess there's a free weekend on Company of Heroes 2, and I guess you can download it and try it. There's a new DLC coming out for it, but it's free to try right now. So well, that's kind of cool. But yeah, so far in ATS, so I'm really digging the Utah DLC. It's got some really cool little spots in it. Initially I was kind of like, it's not as good as Washington, but after I kind of expanded a little bit further in my search, I was like, okay, there's some really cool little areas in there. So I thought that was pretty neat. Morning, Spud. So really digging that. I might just I'll probably just play a little bit of ATS today too. I can't do too much. I got a couple of planned activities today, but it's going to be good nonetheless. So yeah, I think that's it. That's all I got for Coffee with Iain today. Nothing too crazy happening. We got a lot of snow here in the last little while, so I don't know. I think we got like 30 centimeters over a few days, basically. So a lot of people at work have been buying snowblowers and asking questions about snowblowers and whatnot. And behind me, if you can see right here, that's all me sorting out my fishing stuff, because the fishing open water basically it ended for me for the most part. I mean, you probably could go out and still catch something, but I think last year in this time we still had there was like no snow at all, and you could get out pretty easily. Whereas this year there's like snow everywhere. It's going to go up in temperature again next week, so maybe I'll be able to get out and do a little fishing then again, but it'll be slow, very slow in comparison to what it has been. So we'll see. Anyways, folks, until then, my name's Ian Robson. I hope you enjoyed. If you like what you saw, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Until next time, enjoy the coffee.